Hey everybody, welcome back to the Gaming Coop. I'm Aaron.
And this is Jess.
And today we've got a special guest in the studio with us. DevCraft will be joining us for our latest video. And he will be playing
Destiny 2.
Destiny 2.
The sequel.
To the original Destiny 1. It's not called Destiny 1, it's just Destiny. I threw the 1 on there to be specific.
Actually,
on
the third Destiny, they'll probably go back and call it Destiny 1. Like Xbox One.
Do you think they'll really do that? I didn't think
Battlefield 1.
That's a good point. You know, that's actually a good selling marketing strategy. We should talk to Bungie about that because I feel like that's a legit thing. Like
Destiny
we could make money
1,
on that.
the third.
The pre-sequel. Because it'll be a prequel. We're going back before Destiny 1. Pre-sequel. That's right. That's right. Yeah. You get it.
So it'll be history. Destiny.
The future is yesterday. How do you like that?
I do. I like
Slap that on there.
it. Alright.
Okay, we got it. Anything to add, whatever it is?
Dead crabs or...
And we're back in the studio with DevCraft.
Hey, Mom.
And never mind, because he already did it. So moving on. Today we're going to have a little Q&A session about Destiny 2. And we're going to be taking a look at some of the gameplay that DevCraft did here in the studio. And we're going to be exploring some of that. Likes, dislikes.
Yeah,
things.
Q&A. We've got a list.
Things of that nature.
We're going to grill him pretty bad.
We will. We're going to rake him
like this
over
already.
the coals.
We've got the spotlight right over in his face. And
Got a hat on. Doesn't matter.
So, let's take a look at the first thing we want to talk about. How about, let's go right to, we're going to Tarantino this, and we're going to go right to the end.
okay.
So, spoiler alert for those of you who don't know how it ends. I don't know how it ends because I haven't played it. But the ending of the story mode, or the campaign mode, like, dislike?
It was not my favorite ending to the Destiny. They could have done it way better. Maybe put in some more stuff. I feel like they just kept on going with the same thing. You get them down a little bit of health, and he just goes back in a shield.
Oh,
Fills
the
back
final
up.
boss battle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he switches to your specials that you have, but like differently, like his own. Like the gunslinger, he switches to that. Then the void, then the arc, and then the final one you just kill him off, and there's really nothing to it.
The actual storyline, the cutscene after that, was that any?
Storyline. This goes into another teaser to the DLC that's coming out.
Ah, of course.
Yes, teases.
Because then right when he dies, he goes up like a light form because he got a lot of light in him. So when he dies, he goes up to the light. But then the Traveler breaks through this force field, I guess you could say, and kills him. Then it travels throughout the universe, and when it lights up, it powers back on these triangles.
Nice.
That might be new enemies.
Ooh. I'm interested.
I see.
I like that.
All right, here, let me do one.
Okay.
Let's see what we got here.
You know, do you really... Okay, side note here. In any game, whether it's, you know, like Destiny, first person, third person, whatever type shooting game, how much evolution do you really have in boss battles? I mean, in like enemies and stuff, you know, there are always variances of different ones, and I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying, I mean, how excessive in most games, not all games, most games, does it really get facing enemies in the games? I mean, not to say that they're all generic, I guess, but I mean, how many different enemies are you actually going to encounter in a game? You know, and or different. Most of the time, it's kind of slight variations of a certain type of enemy. I mean, you know, you got like, you know, your different classes of enemies, obviously, like your brutes and
they change the skins.
Right, exactly. And I'm not saying that like that's necessarily a bad thing, but you know, you were talking about like the last boss battle, like there was not a lot of change there. But I mean, what would you do?
Well, it's an RPG, so you want to have the typical boss battle.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I
then
guess
you kind
like
of have to run through all your progressions that you made through the whole game.
Right.
Is gonna, come out.
and I guess that's what I'm trying. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You said it better. That just you're not really trying to shatter that mold at the end of the game. I mean, that's not. You could totally something out of left field and be like, this is completely weird and doesn't even fit the game. It's different. But are gamers really going to get excited about that? I guess is what I'm saying. Is it better to just work inside the mold that's already cast for that? And
Sure, yeah.
you know, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, if it ain't broke.
Yeah, exactly. If it ain't broke. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, go ahead.
Next one we got is weapons. Do you have a favorite new weapon from this one?
Not really, but I do like how they added the grenade launcher, which is new to the game. It is a heavy weapon, but it's actually really good on the bosses. Takes down their health really faster. And sometimes it can hold good ammo, but then sometimes some of them don't.
Down a location.
Do you have a weapon you dislike? One of the new ones that kind of try to shove it down your throat, like here, use this.
Yeah, the hand cannons. Those are annoying sometimes. They give you a lot of the hand cannons.
Yeah, constantly picking them up and trash them or disassemble them.
Yeah, I trash them because they're not really useful. Now, here's another thing for the DLC. These last guys in Destiny, first Destiny, there's new guys at the end, which I really didn't play the last DLC, so I didn't really know what they are.
Rise of Iron. Is there about the?
I don't know, but I
Rise
played a little bit on my grandpa's account, and there's these red guys, and they look like some triangles. So I wonder if this is going to lead to this next DLC.
It'd be interesting to bypass the last DLC release and the first game. Don't really touch upon that until the end of the second game, and then bring it back around for the third installment. That'd be an interesting story path.
The red triangle guy DLC.
You're expecting it in Destiny 2, but you don't get it until the end, and then you're like, you get to the end, you're like, mind blown. You know what I mean? Like, they finally brought it back around. Mind blown.
Alright, you want to take the next one?
I will.
We're sharing the same
Locations.
list.
Let's take a look at different locations in this one versus Destiny 1.
Well, they did get rid of the moon, which I did see that. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yep.
So, they added... what did they add? I guess you could say they added the raid, because the raid was just on the moon. So they got rid of the moon and put the raid on its own island, I guess. But if you go... No, it's not on there. It's like its own big island. So.
All right.
But if you go to Nessus, or Nessu, whatever you call it, and you look up, you can actually see the raid. The place where the raid is.
Oh, that's neat.
All right.
I like that.
Yeah. So, are there any other new locations that you travel to, like?
The farm was. They made it sound like it was going to be a bigger thing because it's a new
That's
tower.
the hub, right? For
It
tower.
used to be.
Right.
But you're only in it for like until you get to the end of the game. So I guess pretty much the whole game until you beat it. So which was really disappointing to me because I wanted to stay at the farm because there is a lot of stuff there. Maybe they will add it because it's still on here on Earth too, which is pretty cool.
Is there kind of? Well, no, okay. I just thought I'm not really touching on that, but kind of. I started there with the locations. Like I played through the Taken King, because when I bought mine, they were all together, and that was before Rise of Iron came out. So to take on the Taken King, you go to the Rings of Saturn, I think, is where his ship, the Dreadnought, is, and that's where you play him. Of course, you don't finish him there. You defeat him, but he's not dead. So there's no appearance of him in Destiny 2, I take it, right? So perhaps, again, kind of back to what we were talking about, maybe we're going to see him in the third installment.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe
Might
he
be.
has something to do with the triangles.
And this leads back to the location. There is actually a new location. It is the Titan. It's more of a water world.
Great,
But
maybe.
if you...
Sorry,
It's not,
go ahead.
no, it's a
I know.
world. Okay.
Just throwing it out there.
Well,
If you go
will
to
agree
where-
disagree on that one. Sorry, go ahead.
Alright. If you go to where you cross the islands, I guess you could say, a little bridge, and you look off the balcony, you can actually see a sea monster in there.
Is that a little Easter egg you're giving us there?
Yeah,
Is that what
it
you're
might
telling
be.
me? What kind of is
Sounds
it?
like
Nessie?
one.
No, it's on Titan.
No, but is it Nessie, the sea monster? Do you know what I'm
We
talking
don't
about?
know. It's just back spikes, and it's a big.
Yep, sounds
It's
like
just
Nessie.
in the.
3 humps? Has it got the humps in the water?
Yeah.
See, I knew it. Nessie's not gone. She just went home, baby.
And
That's
I do
all it is.
like how they added the bright engrams. Those are pretty neat because they didn't have those in the last one. They had the boxes, Can't think of what they're called. But the bright engrams are cooler, better.
Just visually.
Yeah, because they got rid of the level up and they put in the bright engrams. But what happens when the new update comes out? What are they gonna do with the bright engrams? Because
I don't know. Elaborate on those a little bit because I'm not familiar.
The bottom line, like once you reach max level, which is 20 right now, you just get XP, you grind and stuff, and once you fill up that bar at the bottom, you get a bright engram, and you can get silver dust, sparrows, exotic sparrows, exotic ships, colors for your characters.
All right,
Gains. Pretty much you just get gains.
Gotcha. This is your reward for grinding this out,
Yeah.
Yes.
basically. All right, I get that.
Okay, what about this? We got rumors on DLC / Sparrow races. What have you heard about that?
Well, there's really no rumors about the Sparrow races. I heard a lot of talk about in the first one how everybody was talking about the Sparrow races. It'd be really cool for a DLC to come out with them.
I see.
And
Nothing.
I think it'd be pretty neat. You win some stuff like glimmer, engrams, pretty neat stuff out of it. I think it'd be really cool to the Destiny to add that because there is sparrows. I mean, yeah, it lets you travel faster around the world, but then again, they added fast travel on here.
Right.
So, I mean, what's the big point of the sparrows if you have fast travel on here?
Yeah, maybe just to inclusion, like from the first one, because the sparrows are pretty popular in the first one, and sometimes you just want to zip around. You know,
that is true.
I mean, if you're really in a time crunch, yeah, fast travel. But if you just want to kind of zip around and do whatever, just hop on
whatever
your
you
sparrow and
stumble across.
take off. Yeah, exactly. So, what's the story with the Nightfall Strike?
The Nightfall Strike, man. My couple of my friends, well, one of my friends and his friends went into it, and they're almost max level. They're level 20, light level 300. They went in it, and the time just kept running out, and it was just really hard, is what he said. Couldn't get past it. They got to the boss. He said the closest he got was the boss halfway to health. His
Really?
health was halfway.
Wow.
So,
See,
That's good to have a challenge. Like, that's pretty much end game, isn't it? Like, you're not
Yeah,
gonna have
yeah.
anything after that.
yeah,
challenge.
and that's what there's certain things that start to kill it for you.
Well, before long, people will be blowing through that one.
Oh, I know.
That's how
Yeah,
it goes.
yeah, but it's the timed missions
Yes,
and
that
things
I
are
miss.
like I've hated them in every game.
Yeah, time shouldn't be part of the difficulty.
I
Just
know.
make the boss harder.
You could do
More
that.
EXP over time, to me. That's...
Yeah,
Or not EXP.
I
Hit
understand the
points.
challenge. Yeah. I understand the challenge. I get it. Like, oh, it does. You know, we're going to throw this on top of a very difficult enemy battle. And you've got to complete it in a certain amount of time. I mean, I get it. I just don't care for it.
Least desirable.
Yeah, exactly.
Garbage.
Now, the fastest way to grind and get through bright engrams, in my opinion, is the public events or the lost sectors.
Alright, we got some tips.
What are the lost sectors about?
This is another new thing they added in this one. You go in and you got to find the boss, and it's a boss. Like it's pretty hard. And once you kill the boss, he gives you a key, but it's invisible. Once you kill the boss, I guess there's not really a key, but it unlocks the chest. And it gives you, once you kill the boss, it gives you really good XP, and the loot sometimes can give you good gear, good stuff, a lot of tokens for.
Is this some of the competitive multiplayer or co-op? You work as
It's-
a team for this one?
No, you can. It's by yourself. You can do
Oh,
it by yourself
solo
or
stuff.
co-op.
Nice. Which kind of leads me into my, before we wrap this up, the one question I had was, you know, there is a solo story campaign to enjoy by yourself. And that's what I played through on the first one.
Yeah.
I spent my time going through that and finishing Taken King and all that. And of course, this game is designed for multiplayer. Was there any major changes to the solo campaign mode when you ran through that, length or etc., or any major changes to the multiplayer mode that you didn't care for or really liked, whatever?
There really wasn't any changes. It pretty much, the only kind of change is the Red Legion is the Cabal, I guess. They just changed the name and how they look.
Were they supposed to be a different type of enemy, or?
I don't know, I'm not really for sure. I think they wanted to keep the Cabal look, but I like it. It's just I wish they would have added a new character.
Would you recommend this? Yeah, so you,
On the-
overall, you really like it.
On the DevCraft
Cool.
scale, where does this one land? Number one, 'cause number one's bad on those scales. You know,
It's my number one game.
And that's what matters.
so a 10,
At 10, yeah.
Out of
9. That's 10 out of 900. So that's. I probably should have explained the scale to you before I asked you that.
all right,
but-
thanks for coming in. I hope we have you back sometime.
All right, DevCraft. Have a good time.
All right.
Okay.
Fucking trash on my Destiny 2. I mean,
No, I mean, honestly, I really enjoyed playing the first one. I just have not had the opportunity to pick this one up. It does look fun. It does offer what I and Jess is most interested in, which is a quality story campaign
Yes.
Yes,
that
it
you
is.
that you can work
RPG
through.
mechanics, I
And
like
the
that.
Yeah,
strikes
yeah.
are also fun. You can get in with your fire team. Pretty fun to mess around with.
Co-op, can't go wrong.
Right. I will say this one,
But-
watching the gameplay, looks a little more polished as far as the level layouts and stuff, the character layouts stuff. It does look a lot cleaner. Maybe it isn't. It just looks that way when I'm watching this one. But
Yeah, let me talk about the public events. They did add the heroic events on, like, so there's little things. One, when you're fighting the Cabal, there's a ship that comes around that you can shoot that, and when you kill it, explode it, whatever, a big boss comes down, and you gotta kill that, and the heroic events do give you more gear, better gear,
okay,
better
so
chance of getting that.
right, you're hoping to get some better loot, basically.
Yeah.
Is what yeah. So you, okay. Cool.
And more bright engrams.
There you go. So, okay, guys. So I think we're about out of time. We're gonna wrap this up. So, thanks for checking out our video.
And thanks, DevCraft, for coming by.
Yeah, what about the raid? You guys didn't want to talk about that at all? It's a new feature, new raid.
Well, I mean, we are running out of time.
Is it good? Is it good?
Yeah, it's a little.
Well, what do you got? What do you
Yeah. What do you got?
There's a glitch spot not many people know about.
Oh, are you hacking?
More tips and tricks.
Are you hacking Destiny 2? Is this what we're saying?
It's not a hack. There's a hole in it.
There's a hole in it.
In the side.
So we're exploiting it. That's what we're doing.
Yes.
Exploitation.
And here, they say you need 5 people to actually get through it. If you take the glitch spot and you go through the glitch spot and you get to this place, you only need 5 people to get these orbs and kill these guys. And once you get there, you can invite 12 people max, but the max is supposed to be 6 when you go in the raid, but when you get to this spot, it can be 12.
Really? Interesting. And the advantage is...
More people.
More people.
That's a 5-man max raid.
Yeah, you can throw 12 in there.
And dominate.
So apparently everybody's going to know about this little exploit, though.
Now.
Way to go.
Way
You
to
just
go, man.
busted that top secret thing wide open. Because we literally get millions of views. So,
Well,
I mean, everybody's going to know about it now.
Hey, you better go in there and get your loot and stuff, so...
Yeah, before the next update.
Alright, guys. Like I said, thanks for watching. We're out of time. So, hope you enjoyed it, got something out of it. Be sure to hit us up on social media. Leave us something nice and interesting in the comments. And
Maybe questions.
Yeah, sure. Hey, oh, that's a... Yeah, if you have a question for DevCraft, send it to us and we'll make sure he gets it, okay? So, you got anything you want to throw on there?
Nope. That's pretty much got it all. See you soon, I guess.
Check you later.
Alligator.
No.
I like that. That's local elevator.
That's why I sound so familiar.